In this video, I'm going to demonstrate why you shouldn't be using FTP. FTP is File Transfer Protocol, and the reason you shouldn't use it is because everything that you sent between the server and the client, it's sent in plain text. And I'm going to demonstrate that here with two Windows 10 workstations. I have FileZilla server installed on one of the Windows 10 machines, and it's going to act as the FTP server. I first need to create an account, and this is the account that I'm going to use to log into the server. I'm going to call it port victim, and then I'm going to set up a password. And then the other Windows 10, I'm going to use File Explorer to access the FTP server or whatever I share on the FTP server, and I'm going to be capturing the credentials with Kali Linux machine. So I'm going to share a directory. I'm going to share the My Documents folder. I'm going to set it up as my home directory. Click OK, and now the server it's already set. Now I can use my File Explorer on the client workstation to access the FTP server. First, I need to check my IP address because I'm going to need this IP address to access the FTP server. I'm going to type ipconfig, and it's 192.168.178.133. This is the IP address that I need to access the FTP server from my client workstation using File Explorer. Now you can also use other clients. There's other clients, other applications that you can use from the client workstation to access the server, but in this case there is no need for that since File Explorer comes with Windows already. There's no need to install anything, and all I need to do is just on the address bar I'm going to type the FTP and then the IP address of the server, and then it'll ask me for the credentials. But before I do that, I need to run Wireshark on my Kali Linux machine. And these are all virtual machines. All three are virtual machines. I'm using VMware to virtualize my two Windows 10 computers and also to virtualize my Kali Linux. So here's Wireshark. I need to make sure that my Wireshark is running in promiscuous mode, and the reason is because I want to be able to capture all the traffic from all the workstations, not just my own workstation. So to do that, you go to capture, and then here in the bottom, move the screen a little bit, make sure that this enable promiscuous mode, it's enabled, and if it's enabled, then you should be able to see all the traffic, not just your own traffic. Now here's the interface that I'm going to use to capture the traffic. This is the interface that is connected to the network. So now I'm listening already, and all the conversation that happens between the client and the server and the FTP server is going to be captured, including credentials, and this is what I'm going to show you at the end. Now to access the FTP server from the client, you type FTP and then :// and then the IP address of the server. Now it's going to prompt me for credentials. Remember that the user that I created for this lab, it's port victim. And then I'm going to type my password, and the minute that I click on log on, all this has already been captured by the Kali Linux machine that is using Wireshark. You didn't see the password right now, but Kali Linux did see the password. So now I'm going to go back into my machine, and I'm going to stop the capture, and I'm going to analyze the information that I already captured. Now I have too many frames here, so it's too much information. I mean, it's nearly impossible for me to find this information pretty quickly. I'm going to scroll down a little bit just so you can see all the traffic that has been captured. It's too much to analyze. So to make things easier for me, I'm going to focus on FTP traffic. So to do that, I'm going to filter. You see here at the bar where it says apply a display filter, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to type FTP, and then I'm going to execute that by clicking on this arrow. So now if you look under protocol, it's only FTP traffic. You don't see anything else. So it has been filtered. So now it's easier for me to find this information. And you can actually see towards the bottom of the screen where the username is. You see the conversation back and forth between the client and the server. Here's the username. This is where the server requested the username and then the password, and here is the password. So this is why you shouldn't use FTP.